Laws, rules, ordinances, or mandates are automatically void when they violate your guaranteed rights. See written proof in our constitutions. Fundamental law. What you are about to see is written in state constitutions. Constitutions are fundamental law. Fundamental law means the law which determines the constitution of government in a nation or state and prescribes and regulates the manner of its exercise. The organic law of a nation or state, its constitution. Fundamental law, the constitutions, prescribes and regulates the manner and exercise of government, not we the people. Contrary laws, rules, or mandates. In the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 29, entitled Provisions of Bill of Rights Accepted from Powers of Government to Forever Remain Inviolate, it states, to guard against transgressions of the high powers herein delegated, we declare that everything in this Bill of Rights is accepted out of the general powers of government and shall forever remain inviolate, and all laws contrary thereto or to the following provisions shall be void. And except means not including, to leave out of account. The powers delegated from we the people to government does not include anything written in the Bill of Rights. The rights of the people are outside of the reach of government. Government has no authority over the rights of the people, and the people have equal rights across the United States. Contrary laws. The phrase, and shall forever remain inviolate, means that the people's rights must remain intact and not be injured, hurt, disturbed, or infringed upon, which means to break the contract. In other words, they cannot break the Constitution, which is a contract. The fundamental law states that all laws contrary thereto or to the following provisions shall be void. When any government agency makes a law, rule, or ordinance that goes directly against the people's rights, it is automatically void. This would apply to any attempted mandates. No deprivation. In the Texas Constitution, Article 1, Section 19, entitled Deprivation of Life, Liberty, etc., Due Course of Law. No citizen of this state shall be deprived of life, liberty, property, privileges, or immunities, or in any manner disfranchised, except by the due course of the law of the land. And deprive means to take from or hinder from possessing, and disfranchise means to deprive of the rights and privileges of a free citizen. And where it states the law of the land, that's referring to the common law and a trial by jury. Exist nowhere. In the Kentucky Constitution, Bill of Rights, Section 2, it states, absolute and arbitrary power over the lives, liberty, and property of free men exist nowhere in a republic, not even in the largest majority. America is a republic. It is not a democracy. Property and privacy. In the Louisiana Constitution, Article 1, Section 5, entitled Right to Privacy, it states, every person shall be secure in his person, property, communications, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches, seizures, or invasions of privacy. Your body is your property, and your health is your private matter. Property means that which is peculiar or proper to any person, that which belongs exclusively to one. A private matter. Privacy right of means the right to be let alone. The term right of privacy is a generic term encompassing various rights recognized to be inherent in concept of ordered liberty, and such right prevents governmental interference in intimate personal relationships or activities. Freedoms of individuals to make fundamental choices involving himself, his family, and his relationship with others. What you do for your health is a private matter. No government agency has any constitutional authority to require certain medicines to be taken by the general population, whether orally or injected. nor can any government agency mandate you to wear something over your mouth. What you put on your body is a private matter. 0 authority. No government agency has constitutional authority to force drugs on the population, nor does any corporation. A corporation is regulated under the legislative branch of government. Laws written by the legislature must agree with the constitutions and the Bill of Rights. Anything written contrary to the Bill of Rights is automatically void. The CDC is not the legislature. The CDC has 0 authority to write laws for the people. The CDC has 0 constitutional authority to force the people to do anything. Fear tactics and ignorance. If someone is fearful, you can get them to do all kinds of things they would not normally do in the name of protection. What is perceived as truth guides people's actions. Threats of sickness and death put people in fear and panic and got them to behave abnormally. Not knowing constitutional rights and the purpose of government made people submissive to government overreach. Government is to protect the rights and freedoms of the people, not to rule over the people's private affairs. Government serves the people. In the Georgia Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Paragraph 1, it states, all government of right originates with the people, is founded upon their will only, and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. Public officers are the trustees and servants of the people and are at all times amenable to them, and amenable means accountable. Security of the people. In the Virginia Constitution, Article 1, Section 3, entitled Government Instituted for Common Benefit, it states that government is or ought to be instituted for the common benefit, protection, and security of the people, nation, or community. Of all the various modes and forms of government, that is best which is capable of producing the greatest degree of happiness and safety, and is most effectually secured against the danger of maladministration, and whenever any government shall be found inadequate or contrary to these purposes, a majority of the community hath an indubitable, inalienable, and indivisible right to reform, alter, or abolish it in such manner as shall be judged most conducive to the public will. Government has been restricting the liberty of the people in the name of general welfare, or to benefit the public, or protection and security. Laws, rules, or ordinances that restrict individual rights of liberty and privacy is void. It is a private matter if you choose to wear something on your face or take certain medications. Government cannot remove guaranteed rights in the name of public health. The whole purpose of government is to protect individual liberties and rights. Putting people in fear is a way to get people to give up their liberties. Fear is a psychological weapon against the public. Samuel Adams stated, "It is the greatest absurdity to suppose it in the power of one or any number of men at the entering into society to renounce their essential natural rights or the means of preserving those rights, when the grand end of civil government, from the very nature of its institution, is for the support, protection, and defense of those very rights, the principal of which, as is before observed, are life, liberty, and property. If men, through fear, fraud, or mistake, should in terms renounce or give up any essential natural right, the eternal law of reason and the grand end of society would absolutely vacate such renunciation. The right to freedom being the gift of God Almighty, it is not in the power of man to alienate this gift and voluntarily become a slave." Summation. Government is controlled and regulated by fundamental laws known as constitutions. The Bill and Declaration of Rights is outside government's authority and reach. Any law, rule, ordinance, or mandate contrary to a guaranteed right is void at inception. Government nor any corporation cannot override guaranteed rights regardless of the reason. The people have a right of privacy. Your health affairs is a private matter. Fear is used for manipulating the public into submission to government. Government should serve the people and always be in submission to the people. Thank you for watching. Please share this with others.